hosts of the Shit and Giggles podcast have dug themselves a hole, filled it with hot water, and put their whole foot in it. So pick your cup up and get ready to grow from the drama and learn from the chaos.
ShxtsNGigs is a weekly UK podcast show hosted by James Duncan and Fuhad. The two Brits use their platform to explore a wide range of content such as celebrity interviews, vlogs, and dilemmas from the public.
What's the worst message you've ever sent or received? HIV positive. Sorry. I have to be the one who sent that.
The two men gained popularity for their light-hearted and humorous style, culminated in James and Fuhad winning a MOBO for Best Media Personality in 2024.
But things were not all good in the land of shits and giggles, and their world started to unravel the day they met a mustachioed menace known as Andrew Cameron Schultz.
James and Fuhad went stateside to promote their podcast and their brands as part of a USA tour. You know, as I know, you're not the man, the boss, Billy Big Bollocks until you've cracked the Big Apple.
So the two British funny men found themselves face to face with three American funny men, and with all this funny in the room, you would assume that a fun time was had by all. Well, yes, the 2-hour conversation sprawled over various conversational peaks and valleys. The five men dived into juicy topics such as race, the monarchy, and Fuhad resting his meat on the seat.
What? You mentioned something on a recent episode y'all did, that when you're taking a shit.
Oh, this is wild.
Dick. Where do you rest your tool?
I still rest my dick on the seat.
Meat aside, there was laughing and gesticulating. The type of laughing and gesticulating that lets you know that a special moment is happening.
Oh, friend! Oh, new friend! Oh, friend! Please be my friend! Oh, friend! Oh, friend!
But that's not exactly what happened. At the 12-minute mark, James and Fuhad introduced their new American buddies to the concept known as
But this concept, it sits uncomfortably with Andrew. The hairs on his finely pruned mustache bristle and twitch in protest. And he doesn't know why, but he feels moved, no, compelled even, to put an end to this line of conversation. But how? How can he derail this praise into more salacious content? A joke. Yes, a joke. So when James points out that
You just glow up the other culture.
Yeah, so you'll see a guy who's had a black girlfriend, all of a sudden he's got buzz cut, like clean shape up.
Andrew, being a comedian with a comedian's brain, working on 1,000 comedic machinations per second, says
They shave their hair because they start losing it. Because they're so stressed being around this black girl complaining about shit all the fucking time.
Oh, Andrew.
we had hoped for more. Where was the masterful lattice work of social commentary, peppered with an uncomfortable truth?
If Michael Jordan molested me, I could walk it off.
Sitting in that sweet and succulent thing we call humor.
After cackling to give Andrew some sense of comfort, James retorts,
Nah, bro, white guys with black girlfriends, they
grow a
step.
beard.
So now a game of chess has ensued. Let's see how this proceeds. Andrew then plays his cards.
They
Grow a
step-
beard
they step their
because
dick
there's
up.
more cushion when they get slapped the fuck out of.
So Andrew has laid down the gauntlet. Black women not only induce stress, but are violent and abusive to their partners. The ball is back in James and Fuhad's courts. What will be their play? Why are they laughing? It wasn't really that funny. I don't remember the hee-hees tumbling from my lips. Let's watch it again.
They
Grow a
step-
beard
they step their
because
dick
there's
up.
more cushion when they get slapped the fuck out of.
Nope, what about you?
Nah.
So what is happening here? Are they caught in some sort of ocular genjutsu? Andrew, noticing there is no pushback, decides to press his advantage, asking the two Brits,
Do you guys have you ever had black girlfriends?
Yeah.
Dude, have you ever had white girls?
The two answering an affirmative, unaware that the lube had been warmed, they had been put into position, and Andrew had adjusted his crown to initiate a royal
And then our mustachioed fiend played his trap card, asking,
Oh, wow. Okay. What's your favorite?
the two realized they had been bested.
James makes hand signs as if he's conjuring some sort of dark magic, and maybe it works because Fuhad blurts out, "We love them all," and the two explode with glee, but their ruse hasn't worked.
We love them all.
Yeah.
That means white.
Yo, who gives
We call that game, set, and match.
Black female commentators are coming out to voice their disappointment that yet again people feel as if they can house negative stereotypes about black women in something approximating a joke.
But you know what? I'm sorry, I don't give a fuck about what Andrew Schultz or whatever the fuck his name, what he said. My argument is with ShxtsNGigs, because this is not their first time saying shit and giggling. It's not their first time. Do you know what I mean? They were on Poor Minds, yeah? And what were they saying about girls from Atlanta? There's no baddies in Atlanta.
Can you imagine?
They have
the
not
whole
one.
of Atlanta.
They haven't seen
These
one
two
baddie.
frigging out of London send-out youths, yeah, are going to Atlanta and saying there's no baddies there. Are they all right?
When it comes to protecting black women, where's everyone at? Like, it's crickets, or it's just like, let me laugh along with a joke. And that's what these two men did. And they should be absolutely embarrassed and ashamed of themselves. But they're probably not. They're probably just thinking, damn, people are still talking about it today. It's been like 5 days. Like, that's the energy that's given. And I feel like they genuinely are going to be just fine.
There is a subtle and complex difference between using lazy, controversial stereotypes to get a laugh at the shock value and using deep knowledge and assessment of a cultural phenomena to arrive at an original and funny concept.
And to be clear, when that happens, no group is above a good joke, even if it's at their expense.
What we understood was simple. Terrorists don't take black hostages. That's the truth. I have yet to see one of us on the news reading the hostage letters. They is treating us good. We all chilling and shit. I'd like to give a shout out to Ray Ray and Big Steve and
Andrew's fans probably saw nothing wrong with what he said, in the knowledge that he's probably said worse, and they are okay with that.
To them, any criticism of 5 men joking and having a laugh is a completely soy affair. If you can't take a joke, pack up your bags and move to the outrage outpost where you can feast on cancellation caviar. However, for another group of people, it was a cheap laugh at their expense, which made navigating the real world a little more irritating. Just another person tarring them as hard to get along with and hard to love.
Now, from the timbre of our voice, you can tell that we can't speak for black women and how they truly feel inside. See this as an interpretation of what we have observed. For real insight into what black women think about this, you need to go and listen to what black women think about this.
And if black women are offended by this and disappointed that men who are not only part of their community but actively benefit from their patronage couldn't say, "We don't think what you're saying is true of black women and the relationships we've been in," then they are well within their rights to feel aggrieved.
Now back to our plucky Brits who find themselves between a rock and a hard place. Not only have they been criticised for not standing up for key members of their audience, but now more impropriety has been uncovered. A video from a podcast show, James confessing,
Only a handful, yeah.
I haven't seen...
In Atlanta?
In Atlanta, I've seen the least baddies so far.
This comment is interesting because in Metro Atlanta, black Americans are the largest racial minority at 32.4% of the population, according to Wikipedia. Could he subtly be implying there were too many black women in Atlanta to find them attractive? Well, it is possible, but we can't possibly know. What we do know is James seems intent on stacking the pyre for his own self-immolation.
Another clip emerged of an older podcast where Fuhad and James verbally chastised a white woman who expressed that she wanted to be a black woman.
She used to watch on a TV show who was obviously black. She was like, "Oh, I wish I was her." And I'm thinking, What? Jesus Christ. She kept on saying, oh, I wish I was black, I wish I was black.
James is so clearly perturbed by this, he calls on his Lord and Saviour multiple times to make sense of what he's being told.
Jesus Christ. She kept on saying, oh, I wish I was black, I wish I was black.
Jesus Christ. Now, I will say, I find it odd, nay, suspicious when a person professes to want to be from another race. I find it gross, pathetic, and a snivelling way to present yourself. But comments like,
for starters, if you was black, you wouldn't be getting any black men, so I wish I was black.
I wish I was black, like, yes.
What's going on in your life?
What? Do you know what I mean?
You're white, fam.
You're white.
You're winning.
tell us a lot about how these two gentlemen feel about the two races, at least where women are concerned.
And maybe it was a long time ago and they have changed their minds after spending more time with black women. Or more cynically, the two rapscallions covet white women and put them above black women, but wouldn't dare say it because white women are not the biggest watchers or contributors of their podcast. Make of that what you will.
So with all of this pressure, the two men proverbially bent the knee and released an apology video. The apology was
Computer says nah.
Who watched it and then was swiftly deleted, along with 100 of the lad's earlier videos.
The remedy for us is a simple one. Don't record an apology if you don't truly believe you have done something wrong. Your authenticity is all you have. If, on the other hand, you are sorry and feel that your community deserves an honest apology, then lay that sacrifice at their feet, but more importantly, amend your behavior. Not because your fans or followers or listeners want you to, but because you are realizing that you made a mistake and are trying to do and be better.
Now, as for our protagonists, James and Fuhad, they are a lesson that you shouldn't always go where you are invited. But if you do go, then do your homework and turn up prepared.
If you enjoyed this new style of narration, give us a like and subscribe to let us know that we are moving in the right direction. But, family, until the next time, my name is Sammy.
My name is Don.
Our house is your house. Grow from your drama, and we'll see you in the next one.
Bow.